This is our book that we just published in early 2017. The title is Atmospheric Radar. Subtitle is Application and Science of MST Radars in the Earth's Mesosphere, Stratosphere, Troposphere, and Weakly Ionized Region. Subtitle obviously is a lot longer than the title. But the point of this book is to study a particular kind of radar which is able to observe the clear atmosphere. So they're usually longer wavelength radars that scatter off of turbulence in the neutral atmosphere. And Professor Chilson and I have been working on this book with co-authors from Canada, Germany, and Japan for, embarrassingly, I hate to say it, but we've been working on this book for 15 years. We had this idea 15 years ago, and it sort of came in fits and starts, and we finally were able to finish it off late last year. It's published by Cambridge Press, and very proud of it. It encompasses a tremendous amount of work that we've done over the last 2 or 3 decades related to this type of radar. And it's one of the only books out there related to atmospheric radar. Not weather radar that looks at precipitation, but atmospheric radar that look at clear air turbulence and that other type of phenomena like that. Atmospheric radar, I know it sounds like a fairly generic term, but what it means is a radar that scatters from the clear atmosphere. So no storms, not even any precipitation, but turbulence creates coherent echoes due to temperature changes and humidity changes. Radars can scatter off of that turbulence. Now what do we do with that? We look at the intensity of turbulence, but we can also track the turbulence. Turbulence moves with the wind field. So it's a way of creating a measure of the wind field even when there's no precipitation. Now you may be more used to a weather radar, not an atmospheric radar, but a weather radar which scatters from precipitation. Those radars really only work, they only provide any echoes if there is rain or hail or snow, or possibly dust or insects or something. But they don't work typically whenever you have a perfectly clear atmosphere, which is most of the time. And so that's the biggest claim to fame for these types of radars, is that they can make wind measurements in any type of weather condition. This is a very interdisciplinary book. Some of the co-authors are pure atmospheric physicists. So the book concentrates, at least in the beginning, on the neutral atmosphere, how turbulence is formed, different scales of turbulence. And so it's a very atmospheric physics flavor book in the beginning. Then we quickly switch over to the types of radars that can make use of that turbulence to track the wind field. We have sections in here on exactly how these type of radars are designed, how they work, how you do the signal processing. The book is full of actual data from these type of radars. How do you interpret them and use them for atmospheric studies? So it goes very much from pure atmospheric physics to practical engineering aspects of these types of radar and the kind of science that you can do with them. This field, atmospheric radar, is a very international field, and mostly because if you're studying wind fields in the atmosphere, you really need to know the global wind field. Because of that, these types of radars are located all over the world. I met most of my co-authors when I was a postdoc at Kyoto University in Japan, and 2 of them, Wayne Hawking and Jürgen Röttiger, were visiting scientists at Kyoto University. So I met them there. After my stay in Japan, I went to Clemson as a research scientist, and I met Professor Chilson, who was doing his PhD at Clemson. So, you meet people through collaboration over the years. And after about 10 years of working together on various projects, we decided there is no book out there on this whole field that we've been working in for so long. We need to write that book. So we started to get organized, and the people most involved are the ones that put in most of the effort into writing the book. It's Cambridge Press who's the publisher of the book. Of course, it's on Amazon, and that's probably the easiest way to buy it. But it's a big read. It's 832 pages, so don't expect to get through it in a night. But we're going to decide very soon to start using it in some of our courses here in the School of Meteorology. These are the things that live on forever. So whenever you're an academic and you're writing journal papers, you're doing things, the reason you do it is you want to be able to influence scientists forever. And that's the main impetus for writing a book. It's not to make money, because I haven't seen a dime related to this, but I hope that people buy it and learn something from it.